Hello everyone, it's Herpy Derpy, and here is another Wi-Fi battle, or Pokemon Online battle, I mean, ho ho ho. So, this is a Rain Dance team, I believe, and yeah, it's OU, but I'm using a lot of cool sets. If you haven't watched, the Sock Talk yet, I do use the Dewgong set I'm talking about, so hopefully you get to see what it's like. And now you know I won't be crazy. So let's get this battle started. So I'm going to start with a Politoed. He's going to start with an Uxie. And, oh, by the way, my opponent's Pro Gosu. Cool guy, you should check him out. I'll leave a link. And I'm going to go for Hydro Pump, do a really nice chunk. And I'm actually a Wide Lens on this Politoed, so I do get the accuracy boost. And here he's like, I was talking with him, and he's like, oh, I bet you don't have Hypnosis. So he's going to go for Superpower on his Feraligatr. But I do carry Hypnosis, so I put him to sleep, which is really funny. And now he's going to switch out back into his Jirachi. I guess it's a special defense wall, because it's not doing that much. So here, I think I keep going for Hydro Pumps, because I really don't know what this Jirachi is going to do. But he has Thunder Wave, so I'm like, oh god, it's an Iron Head one. Like every Jirachi. So here I decided to switch out, go into my Dewgong, because I know that if he decides to go for another Thunder Wave, my Dewgong can take it, because he does have Hydration. And what Hydration does is that if I'm under rain, I can cure any status that's on me, so I could just rest spam. So I'm going to go for a stockpile here, like a boss, and this is like my Dewgong slash Walrein slash set. So he's gonna go for a Yawn, but I really don't care because he doesn't know that I have hydration because nobody ever uses Dewgong. So I'm gonna fall asleep next turn, but that's totally cool. And he's just still scouting me out because he really doesn't know what the Dewgong is. So now I'm gonna go into Magnezone, and yes, this is where I mentioned I walled the Magnezone, and now you're gonna see it. So here, basically, he's going to keep trying to go for Substitute and Thunderbolts and stuff like that, but it's really not doing anything to me. But the problem with the set is that I don't carry Toxic, but I carry Whirlpool and Perish Song. And the idea with the set is that you trap them in with Whirlpool, which is pretty much the same thing as Mean Luck, and then you Perish Song them, and then that way they'll get trapped because of the Whirlpool, and then you can just rest stall them and then switch out, just like any Mischievous or Murkrow set would do. But here the problem is that because he has Sub, I can't use Whirlpool because the Whirlpool won't trap him in. So basically, I have to keep going for Whirlpool until his Sub breaks, and then it officially says I trap him in. So that's going to take a while. So, yeah, but eventually he's going to get a crit, and that is going to suck. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I'm not sure when he's going to get that crit. But, let me keep going a little bit. No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, you can see this is a pretty boring battle so far. But here he gets a crit, and I'm like, oh damn. Well, this sucks. I never got to use my Perish Song, which is really unfortunate. So here I'm going to go into my Dragonite after like 20 turns of stalling. And I'm going to go for Hurricane because I thought it'd do more, but it doesn't. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll just go for Flamethrower then, because I thought the Flamethrower would do a lot less because it's like, decrease in the weather, but you know what, whatever. So I'm going to go into now he's going to go into Latios, kill me with the Surf. I don't really care because I don't have any safe switch in. Actually, I do have a Tentacruel. I don't know why I didn't use it, but that's not the point. I go into my Alomomola now because my Alomomola does have hydration as well. So I'm going to go for a Soak just to see what he does, but he switches into Feraligatr, who probably predicting a Toxic from me, which is a good play on his part. So I'm going to go into my Tentacruel now, and this Tentacruel is a bit offensive, so I do have a bit of special attack invested in it, and I'm going to go for a, what's it called, Venoshock, and that's going to kill him. Oh, no, it doesn't kill him. Almost kills him, even with a crit. Wow, that's really disappointing damage, but, because I thought Venoshock, like, doubles your damage if your opponent is, like, has a status, but still doesn't do a lot. That's really sad. But he's going to go for Psyshock and one-shot me, and I was like, oh, wow, that sucks. So, and because Psyshock, as you probably know, calculates damage on the physical side, but because my Tentacruel is specially defensive, it's going to get destroyed. But since he uses Psyshock on my Momola is physically defensive, so that's not going to do too much. He's going to miss Draco Meteor, doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for a Toxic on his Latios because my Alomomola doesn't have any attacking moves. So he's going to go back into his Jirachi. I'm just going to rest and get back my HP and then heal it back up. Or wake up from the sleep because of the hydration. And he's going to try to Wish Stall me, but I'm going to turn him into the Water type. So that way he can't Wish Stall me because I can Toxic him, which is awesome. And I don't think he still realizes that I have hydration. So he's gonna go for another Thunder Wave on me, which is stupid because I'm just gonna heal the Thunder Wave and now he's gonna get toxic. And at this point he's like raging at me because he didn't know what Soak did, and he was like, "Oh my god, stop using uncommon moves," and I'm like, "Bitch, please." So I'm gonna go for a Wish because I also carry a Wish to pass on, like, because it's also a little bit of a support set. So he's gonna go into Heatran, and I'm gonna try to Toxic, predicting a switch. But of course he goes to another Steel type. So I'm gonna go for a Soak, I believe. Yes, I do, and I'm gonna try to poison his Heatran, just like I did to Jirachi. But he knows that's coming, so he's gonna go back into his Latios. But I predict that and go for a Wish, which is awesome. So now his Latios is back, and he's going to go for a Draco Meteor and finish me off, which sucks. But that's okay because Life Orb and Toxic is really wearing him down. And now I'm gonna go back into my Blastoise, who I've revealed for the first time. And this Blastoise is a really offensive set, but it's still not doing like anything to this Uxie, which is really disappointing because this Uxie's Uxie, you know. But he's gonna go for a Yawn, and I think I'm gonna switch out now because I don't want my Blastoise to be asleep because I only have Blastoise and Politoed left. So he's going to go for a U-turn on my Politoed because he knows I'm going to switch, and it goes into appropriate counter, which is Heatran. So he's going to finish it off with a Dragon Pulse, whatever. But here's where the fun begins with Blastoise. So my Blastoise set, as I mentioned before, is an offensive set. He can go for a Dragon Pulse, almost kill me with a crit, but I get my Slack Berry up, and I have the Torrent, so I'm going to go for a Waterfall in the rain with Torrent and Stab, which is going to do a crap load of damage. And here, I'm thinking, oh, I can one-shot this Latios. But I don't. Aqua Jet barely doesn't quite kill it, which is really unfortunate because if I've been able to stall one more turn, I probably would have swept his entire team because he doesn't have anything else for this Blastoise because I would have outsped all his guys, which is really unfortunate. But so yeah, hope you enjoyed this battle. I know my Rain Dance team is not very good. I think Swift Swim is banned, which is why I don't have a. I used to have a Quillfish on this team, but ever since Swift Swim got banned, I don't have it anymore, which is really sad because Quillfish is awesome. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna use Rain again. I think I'd rather stick with Sun because at least I get Chlorophyll boost from that. So I think I'll try to get another battle where I can actually show Dewgong doing something because I really felt like Dewgong didn't do anything. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, hope you enjoyed this battle. Share, like, rate, comment, whatever, and I will see you guys.